All right, we've got a great problem here with the Voronoi diagram where we have some supermarkets and we're given some points here and some vertices. So let's label it. We've got 0, 0, 6, 0, 0, 6, and 2, 2. So first question is just asking us to find the midpoint of DB, BD. So this point right here, we just do the average of the x's, the average of the y's. So 6 plus 2 is 8. Divide that by 2, you get 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. Divide that by 2, and you get 1. So 4 comma 1 is the midpoint. Now we need to find the equation of xz. What's a little tricky here is we don't know the slope of that equation. But we do know that because it's a Voronoi diagram, that it's got to be perpendicular to dB. So if I think about the slope of BD, that's going to be, I guess, 0 minus 2 over 6 minus 2, negative 2/4, which is negative 1/2. And that means that the perpendicular to that is the opposite reciprocal. That means that the slope of xz is positive 2. And so then I can write y equals 2x plus b, and I know that this midpoint that I just found has to fit in the equation. So 1 equals 2 times 4 plus b. In other words, 1 equals 8 plus b, and b is negative 7. So the equation of xz is y equals 2x minus 7. All right, what else we got? The equation of xz is 2 minus x, and the equation of yz is 0.5x plus 3.5. So let's just label that. This is 2 minus x. This is 0.5x plus 3.5. And then this is 2x minus 7. And we're asked to find the coordinates of x. So let's choose the two equations that intersect at x. And so that's 2x minus 7 and 2 minus x. Let's solve here. I'm going to add 7, and I'm going to add x. So now I have 3x equals 9 divided by 3. Negative x equals 3. Plug in x equals 3. 2 times 3 minus 7 is negative 1. Double check it with the other one. 2 minus 3 is also negative 1. So that's my y value. So the coordinates of x are 3 comma negative 1. And that fits in with where all the other coordinates are as well. So it's great. Then they are so kind as to just give us the coordinates of y and the coordinates of z. And we're asked to find the exact length of yz. Well, the length of yz is just going to be, it's like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So you subtract the x coordinates and you subtract the y coordinates, and you do a squared plus b squared equals the distance squared. But because you only care about the distance, you're going to take the square root. So I have here negative 1 minus 7 as my x coordinates, and 3 minus 7 as my y coordinates. So that's going to be square root of 8 squared plus 4 squared, which is 64 plus 16, which is the square root of 80. That's the exact value. I know it's going to be almost 9, but they wanted the exact length. It turns out also that xz has the same length because it's also going from a 3, negative 1 to 7, 7. The last thing that it asks us to do is to find the size of angle XYZ. Actually, it's not the last thing. The size of angle XYZ, and then the area of triangle XYZ. Okay, so my things got a little messed up there. That's okay. So we know that the distances are square root of 80. And then it told us that the other distance is square root of 32. So we can use law of cosines to find the angle because we know all three sides. So I know law of cosine says c squared equals a squared plus b squared. My pen is going to start crapping out on me. Minus 2ab cosine c. In other words, the angle c is going to be the arc, the inverse cosine of c squared minus a squared minus b squared over negative 2ab. And the a, b, and c are the square roots of 80 and the square root of 32 that was given to us in the problem. So I'll show you what I type in. I go inverse cosine. Because they asked me about this angle right here, this side opposite of it is my c value. And so that's the square root of 80. So if you square it, you just have 80. So the numerator becomes 80 minus 32 minus 32. And the denominator is negative 2 times square root of 32 and square root of 80. I realized I typed one thing wrong on the top. I should have had an 80 instead of a 32. Close my parentheses, check that I'm in degree mode, and then tell it to hit enter. So this is what I got. Yeah. Let me try that. Let me just double check that I typed everything in right. 80, 32, 80, and 32, 80. Yep, so that looks good. So that angle is approximately 71.57 degrees. And I can use that to calculate the area of the triangle. The area of the triangle is 1/2 AB sine C. So we have all that information. 1/2 A is the square root of 32, B is the square root of 80, and then we got sine of that angle, and that comes out to be 24. So there we go. Area is 24, and that's it. The town planner said something about the size of the zone relating to the number of people, and that's just silly. That doesn't relate to how many people live in each area. There might be different population density in different areas. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.